Hey, this is Ron's Woodturning. Welcome to my shop. I got kind of a pretty cool project today. Still a neighbor that cut that pecan tree down also cut what was left of an oak tree. It kind of broke in half during a windstorm. So it's wet also. And it ought to cut pretty easy, but I'm going to make one of those natural edge bowls. I've made one before and all the bark fell off of it. So my goal is to make it to where the bark might stay on it this time. So I'm going to have to make it thin enough. Well, I just don't know. But it's going to have bark around the edge when I finish. Now, it may not stay there forever, but it will have bark around the edge. So let me show you what I've been doing, and stick with me. Alright, so here it is, and I took my chainsaw and kind of made it round, but I wanted to peel off this bark so I'd have a place to put my faceplate, but now I need to smooth this out. So I got a couple of ways of doing that, and I think the easiest way is with my Dremel tool. Let me get that. With my wood cutting blade, it's flat right here. And so if I just hold it straight down, I should be able to make a flat area. So this will sit flat. But that's all coming out anyway. So I'm going to do that. And we'll see how it works. Well, I think I'll go back to the chisel and hammer because this is just not working. Let's try this. Well, that's working, but I'm going to have to find a way to stabilize it. Yeah. That's going to work. So let me keep beating on it and I'll come back. Okay, only 2 smashed fingers later and I got it flat enough to position this as close to the center as I can get it. I'm going to put every screw in there and that should hold it. Okay, they're all in. So let's put it on here. Nice. And I am going to take my time with this. With the tailstock up and my face shield on. And when I get it shaped, I'm going to run thin CA around the whole outside before I ever cut the inside. And hopefully that'll hold it in shape. And then if I make it thin enough, I know it'll warp, but maybe it won't warp too bad. So we'll see. I won't know for a month or two. There we go. Alright. And it's definitely out of balance. Probably about 300 is all I'll be able to get. But we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Okay, it's on here. I got it locked down. I'm gonna go get my chainsaw and shave this part off right here. Because I think it'll make it more balanced. I could get 300. I'd like to get 4, maybe 5 out of it. But this has got to come off anyway. So if I take my chainsaw and cut it at an angle, I think I'll have better luck with it. So I'm going to take it back off of here and carry it out there where I can, because it's twisting on the chuck. Not twisting, but it's coming unscrewed. So I'm just going to go lay it out there in the yard, put a C-clamp on it and cut that corner off, and then I'll be back. Okay, well I got another 100 RPMs out of it. I can live with 400 till I get it better balanced. It's going to be slow anyway. But it's not quite as bad as it was. Probably cut a little more off right here and it'd be balanced. But I'm going to go with 400. Alright, so it's cutting pretty good. Let me get y'all here. And I'll video some of it. But yeah, it's coming right off. It's just slow because I can't get the RPMs up yet. But I'm gonna keep plugging at it so I can start coming up with it. Okay, cutting smooth. Obviously you can tell I got plenty of other areas I need to worry about. Big gaping carved out places. I don't know if I'm going to have enough bark left on the other side with the way this is all knurled up. But we're going to give it a shot. Whatever it looks like, it's going to at least be round. Well, it's looking more promising. I mean, I got plenty of room here to start coming up. I think I'm going to have bark left all the way around. It's just slow. So let me keep doing that. And I'll be back. Alright, I am close. I don't like this hump, so I'm going to make it more smooth. I got probably another 1/8 of an inch of turning. Just basically smoothing up. So I'm going to switch to the bowl gouge and shave it, the rest of it. See how that works. Alright, let me dig myself out of this pile I got going here. And I got the tenon cut. Now I'm going to scrape it up. Kind of like that shape. Not too bad. Bark staying on really well. And I'm going to fix that too. But it's all evened up. All I got to do is scrape it up, drag it, and it'll be good. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to stiffen this up. With a little super glue, and maybe it'll stay on. And I haven't sanded it or anything yet. I just smoothed it up with a scraper. I think it's going to be fine. Alright. Well, that'll help. It may not make it permanent, but at least it'll help. So, let me get it all sanded up and I'll flip it around. I'll pull my tailstock back and cut this flat too while I'm at it. Okay, it's sanded up to 220. I'm going to put a little lacquer-based sanding sealer on it. And I'll be back. It's looking good though, I'm liking it, and this bark is on there. Alright. Well, oak is pretty plain wood. There's not a lot of feature in it except for this one little black spot right here. But I don't care. The main feature on this is going to be the bark. So again, I'm using my cut up foam that somebody sent me something in the mail, and I figured, you know what, it's the same material they make them 50-cent brushes at the Home Depot. I just cut it up and made my own. I still got about 50 of them in there. It didn't cost me a dime. So that's the first coat. I'm not going to put any color on it. Like I said, I want the bark. The bark is going to be doing the talking. And I'll let that dry, and then I'm going to sand it a bunch more before I Yorkshire grit it. So I'll be back. Okie dokie. That's 2 coats of sanding sealer. I'm going to let it dry good, and then hit it another sanding, and then Yorkshire grit it. I mean, I don't have it sanded up to 400 or nothing, but I wanted the grain to pop out a little bit so I could smooth it up a little more. It's pretty smooth, it's just not, you know, glass smooth. And I'm not going to lacquer this one. I'm probably just Danish oil it once it's sealed and see if it'll even soak in. If it don't, it don't. I don't care, it looks pretty good. Alright, I Yorkshire gritted it. Now I'm fixing to turn it around. So, let me get it turned around. Alright, let's measure it. That's about right there. That's going to be my first little screw. So I'll drill it that deep. Then we'll start cutting out the middle. Yes. Okay, it's drilled. And it is pretty gnarly bark on here. Now I want to try to establish a thickness edge. So I think I'm just going to take my cutoff tool and very gently score a line. And that way I can work my way up to that line. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Right, that's it. Now just clean up before days now. I'll pass that out here. Right. Okay, it's bolt gouge time. I'm going to have a nice little edge around it. Kind of ugly right here, a little here, but once I get it started, it's going to come out alright. The only problem is with these high and low peaks, I'm definitely going to have to keep my tool rest angled and just keep working it in. So let's do it. Okay, I got the wall going my way. I just need to get a better way to measuring how thick the bottom is, because I don't have one of them figure 8 thingies. I might have to buy me one of them for Christmas. But it's going well. I got a good bark edge. All I gotta do is finish getting this bulk out right here. Keep this same thickness. I know it's a little thick for a bowl, but I think it just looked funny with skinnier bark. Maybe that's just me. But let me keep going. Alright. I got a hell of a mess, but I got it finished. Let me blow it out of there. Alright, I don't have sanding in the wings here is going to be a problem, but the bottom's pretty smooth. It's tough getting these wings. I'll pull it a couple times, see if I can't get that out of there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Got it. Smooth. Okie dokie. Clean it up. Put some super glue around the edge. A little power sanding, and he's gonna look good. I love it. Alright, so I'm just gonna I put super glue all the way around this edge, and it raised up all the little fibers, so I'm just gonna hit it with my little sander here. Alright, now I'm just going to sand the inside, and then I'm going to finish it with Danish oil. I'm going to soak it down pretty good. Just leave it natural looking. I mean, it was fun. I'm glad this bark, it may fly off tomorrow and kill everybody in the house, but right now it's staying on there. So I'll be back. I gotta make a jam chuck thingy to flip it around and cut the back off, so I'll show y'all that too. Alright, so I got it coated. It's not like perfectly smooth, and I really don't care. I like it kind of rugged looking, so I'm just gonna put some Danish oil, and I poured some in this container, and I'm going to give it a good coat of Danish oil. And call it a day. I decided to cut the video short and not show cutting the back off. There's a bunch of different videos out there on how to cut the back off a bowl. I'm just going to do what they do. But I'm going to take it out of the chuck and show you what it looks like. And dang, it looks good. This was fun. I enjoyed this. And again, it's another free piece of wood I have kept from having to get thrown in the trash or burned in a firebox. So I'll let that dry. Tomorrow I'll put another coat on it, and I'll just keep putting Danish oil. Like I said, it's wet, and I don't think it's going to survive. But I had fun, and I learned a few things of dealing with this bark, so I can apply that to my next project. And so I'm not calling it a loss. I'm not calling it a masterpiece. I'm just calling it I had fun in the shop. So, I'm glad y'all could join me. And I thank you for all you guys that have subscribed. I really appreciate that. And y'all have a wonderful, great day.